Imagine waking up every morning with a steady, calm heartbeat, feeling a sense of complete physical balance, knowing your body is functioning exactly as it should. For millions of people around the world, this feeling is constantly interrupted by the silent and invisible burden of high blood pressure. It is often called the silent thief because it sneaks up over the years, slowly placing stress on your heart, your arteries, and your overall vitality without showing a single symptom. But what if the key to supporting your cardiovascular system and reclaiming that balance wasn't just found in a pharmacy, but quietly waiting for you in the produce aisle of your local grocery store? Today, we are taking a deep dive into the fascinating world of nutritional science. We are going to explore 10 powerful, natural foods that studies suggest can help relax your blood vessels, improve your circulation, and support healthy blood pressure levels. These are not fad diets or exotic, impossible-to-find ingredients. These are real, earth-grown foods that contain unique compounds designed by nature to protect your heart. By the end of this journey, you will understand exactly how these foods work inside your body. And you will discover that food number 7 is a delicious treat you probably already have in your kitchen pantry. Before we explore our first food, it is important to remember that the information shared here is strictly for educational purposes. We are passionate about natural health, but we are not your doctors. Always consult with your healthcare provider before making any significant changes to your diet or routine, especially if you are currently taking blood pressure medication. Now, let us uncover the remarkable ways nature can help heal and protect our bodies. To truly understand how these foods help, we first need to understand a microscopic miracle that happens inside your arteries every single second. Inside your blood vessels, there is a delicate, ultra-thin lining called the endothelium. This lining is responsible for producing a magical molecule called nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is a vasodilatator. In simple terms, it acts like a microscopic massage therapist for your arteries, telling the muscle walls to relax, widen, and let the blood flow freely. When your arteries are relaxed, the pressure inside them drops. Sadly, as we age, or when we consume highly processed diets, our bodies produce less and less nitric oxide, causing the arteries to stiffen and the pressure to rise. This brings us to our very first food, a true champion of cardiovascular health, the vibrant, ruby-red beetroot. Beets are incredibly rich in dietary nitrates. When you consume beets, the friendly bacteria living on your tongue immediately go to work, converting these plant-based nitrates into nitrites. As they travel down into your stomach and enter your bloodstream, they are finally converted into that powerful molecule we just talked about, nitric oxide. Numerous scientific studies have shown that drinking a glass of beet juice or eating roasted beets can have a measurable impact on blood pressure within just a few hours of consumption. The widening of the blood vessels allows the heart to pump blood with much less effort. If you are not a fan of the earthy taste of beets, try blending them with a green apple, a squeeze of fresh lemon, and a small piece of ginger. It completely transforms the flavor while preserving all of those incredible pressure-lowering benefits. Our second food has been used as medicine for thousands of years, long before modern science could explain exactly why it worked. We are talking about garlic. Ancient Egyptians, Greeks, and Romans all relied on garlic for strength and vitality. Today, modern research points to a specific sulfur-containing compound inside garlic called allicin. Allicin is what gives garlic its strong, distinctive smell, but it is also the compound responsible for its incredible health benefits. Allicin is fascinating because it does not just help increase nitric oxide production, it also acts as a natural ACE inhibitor. In the medical world, ACE inhibitors are a common class of blood pressure medications that prevent the body from producing a hormone that tightens blood vessels. Garlic naturally mimics this process, gently encouraging the blood vessels to stay relaxed. To get the maximum benefit from garlic, you must crush or chop it and then let it sit at room temperature for about 10 minutes before cooking or eating it. This resting period allows the allicin to fully activate. As we move forward on this journey toward better health, we want to take a brief moment to thank you for spending your valuable time with us today. Creating these deep, research-based videos requires a tremendous amount of care and dedication. If you are finding value in this information and want to continue learning how to naturally support your body, please consider subscribing to Ageless Vitality right now. Leaving a simple like on this video also signals to the algorithm that this content is helpful, allowing us to reach and help even more people who are looking for natural health solutions. Thank you for being a part of our community. Now, let us move on to food number 3. Our third food brings a burst of sweetness and a massive dose of antioxidants to your daily routine. Berries, specifically blueberries, strawberries, and raspberries. Berries get their rich, dark, beautiful colors from a group of powerful plant compounds called anthocyanins. Anthocyanins are highly effective antioxidants that travel through your bloodstream, searching for and neutralizing harmful free radicals that cause inflammation. Inflammation inside the blood vessels is a major contributor to high blood pressure because it damages that delicate endothelial lining we mentioned earlier, making the arteries stiff and narrow. By consuming a handful of berries every day, you are essentially providing your arteries with a natural shield against inflammatory damage. Studies have observed that people who consume the highest amounts of anthocyanins tend to have a significantly lower risk of developing high blood pressure over time. Toss a handful of blueberries into your morning oatmeal, or blend them into a smoothie for a delicious heart-protecting habit. Moving on to food number 4. We look to the foundation of almost every healthy diet on the planet: dark, leafy greens. Spinach, kale, Swiss chard, and arugula are absolute nutritional powerhouses, just like beets. Dark leafy greens are packed with natural, plant-based nitrates that boost your nitric oxide levels. But they offer another incredible benefit that is absolutely crucial for blood pressure regulation: potassium. Potassium is an essential mineral that works in a delicate, lifelong dance with sodium in your body. When you consume too much salt, your body holds onto extra water to wash the salt out, and this extra water volume pushes against your blood vessel walls, raising your blood pressure. Potassium acts as the perfect counterbalance. It helps your kidneys flush that excess sodium out of your system through your urine. Furthermore, potassium physically eases tension in your blood vessel walls. A large salad made with fresh spinach and arugula every day is one of the easiest and most effective habits you can build for your cardiovascular system. For food number 5, we step away from the vegetable garden and into the pantry to look at a humble, comforting breakfast staple: whole grain oats. Oats contain a very specific, unique type of soluble fiber called beta-glucan. While oats are famous for their ability to lower bad cholesterol, research shows that beta-glucan is also remarkably effective at supporting healthy blood pressure. When you digest beta-glucan, it forms a thick, gel-like substance in your digestive tract. This slows down the absorption of sugars and fats into your bloodstream, preventing sudden spikes in insulin. High insulin levels can cause the body to retain sodium and can cause the arteries to thicken over time. By keeping your blood sugar and insulin levels perfectly stable, the humble oat indirectly protects your blood pressure. For the best results, avoid heavily processed, sugary instant oatmeal packets. Instead, choose steel-cut or rolled oats and naturally sweeten them with those antioxidant-rich berries we discussed earlier. Now we arrive at food number 6, a fruit that has been revered since ancient times as a symbol of health and longevity: the pomegranate. Pomegranates are completely loaded with unique antioxidants called punicolagens, which are found mostly in the juice and the peel. These antioxidants are incredibly potent, possessing up to 3 times the antioxidant activity of green tea or red wine. Research involving pomegranate juice has shown impressive results for cardiovascular health. Regular consumption of pure pomegranate juice has been linked to a reduction in both systolic and diastolic blood pressure. It achieves this by acting as a powerful anti-inflammatory agent and by protecting nitric oxide from being destroyed by oxidative stress in the body. If you decide to drink pomegranate juice, ensure it is 100% pure juice with absolutely no added sugars, as added refined sugar will completely counteract the cardiovascular benefits. We have finally reached food number 7, the one we promised you at the beginning of this journey: It is a food that feels like a guilty pleasure, but is actually a powerful cardiovascular ally when chosen correctly. Dark chocolate. Yes, high-quality dark chocolate is exceptionally rich in flavonoids, particularly a type called flavonols. These flavonols have been extensively studied, and the scientific consensus is clear. They directly stimulate the endothelial lining of your arteries to produce more nitric oxide, resulting in vasodilation and lower blood pressure. However, there is a very important rule to follow here. Milk chocolate, white chocolate, or heavily processed chocolate bars loaded with sugar and dairy will not provide these benefits and will likely harm your health. To unlock the medicinal properties, you must look for dark chocolate that contains at least 70% cacao, and ideally 85% or higher. Just 1 or 2 small squares a day is enough to give your arteries a flavanol boost. Food number 8 takes us to the heart of the Mediterranean diet, which is widely considered by cardiologists to be one of the best diets in the world for heart health. We are talking about extra virgin olive oil. Olive oil is the primary source of added fat in the Mediterranean diet, and it is a liquid treasure trove of health benefits. The magic of extra virgin olive oil lies in its high concentration of oleic acid, a heart-healthy monounsaturated fat, and a specific polyphenol called oleuropein. Oleuropein is a powerful antioxidant that prevents the oxidation of LDL cholesterol and drastically reduces inflammation in the blood vessels. When your blood vessels are free from heavy inflammation, they can remain flexible and wide, keeping your pressure in a healthy range. Remember that heat can destroy these delicate polyphenols. So the best way to consume extra virgin olive oil is by generously drizzling it raw over your salads, vegetables, or whole grains just before eating. Our 9th food is a delicious, crunchy snack that is perfectly designed to protect your heart: pistachios. While all raw, unsalted nuts are generally excellent for cardiovascular health, pistachios seem to have a special, unique edge when it comes to blood pressure regulation. Pistachios are packed with an incredible combination of healthy fats, protein, fiber, potassium, and magnesium. Magnesium is another crucial mineral for blood pressure because it helps regulate muscle function throughout the body, including the smooth muscles that line your blood vessels. When you are deficient in magnesium, your blood vessels can spasm and constrict. Furthermore, out of all the nuts, pistachios contain the highest levels of specific antioxidants like lutein and zeaxanthin. Snacking on a handful of unsalted pistachios instead of highly processed chips or crackers is a simple swap that your heart will deeply appreciate. Finally, we reach our 10th food, which provides an essential nutrient that the human body cannot produce on its own: fatty fish, such as wild-caught salmon, mackerel, and sardines. These fish are the absolute best natural sources of omega-3 fatty acids. Omega-3s are renowned in the medical and nutritional communities for their profound ability to reduce systemic inflammation. They work by literally lowering the blood levels of compounds called oxylipins, which construct blood vessels and drive up pressure. Regular consumption of omega-3s has been shown to reduce resting blood pressure and slow down the buildup of plaque inside the arteries. If you follow a plant-based diet, you can still get your omega-3s by consuming generous amounts of flax seeds, chia seeds, and walnuts, though the conversion rate in the body is slightly less efficient than consuming marine sources. As we bring this deep dive to a close, it is vital to understand that true, ageless vitality does not come from a single magic pill or one specific superfood. Your body is a highly complex, beautifully interconnected system. Lowering your blood pressure naturally is about creating an environment where your body feels safe, nourished, and relaxed. It is about combining the nitric oxide boosting power of beets and leafy greens with the anti-inflammatory protection of berries, extra virgin olive oil, and omega-3s. It is also about pairing these nutritional choices with a holistic approach to life. Daily walking, staying hydrated, getting deep, restorative sleep, and finding moments of quiet meditation to manage stress are just as important as the food on your plate. Chronic stress floods your body with cortisol and adrenaline, which force your blood vessels to constrict no matter how much garlic or dark chocolate you consume. By making small, sustainable changes, like swapping your afternoon sugary snack for a handful of pistachios and a square of dark chocolate, or adding a handful of spinach to your daily meals, you are sending a message of healing and repair to your cardiovascular system. You are taking back control of your health. We hope this comprehensive guide has empowered you with the knowledge you need to make heart-healthy choices every time you visit the grocery store. Remember, your body has an incredible capacity to heal itself when given the right tools and the right environment. Thank you so much for watching, for investing in your health, and for being a part of our journey today. Until next time, stay healthy, stay balanced, and continue cultivating your own ageless vitality.